Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is part 8 of B Sharp and C Sharp tutorial series. In this video, we are going to learn about the implicit and explicit conversion. How we can achieve this using the C Sharp language. There are multiple data types and variables we have learned about. And before proceeding with this video, I would strongly suggest you guys to watch the previous two sessions, which was related to data types and where and dynamic keyword, so that you would be having a better understanding about the implicit and explicit conversion. I would provide the link into the description box. You can go through that and watch those videos. So let's jump on to the implicit and explicit conversion. Implicit conversion, a type conversion that happens automatically from lower data type to higher data type. That means while doing the implicit conversion, there is no special type of syntax is required. It would automatically done. And during this process, during the implicit conversion, there is no risk of data loss. So let's go back to Visual Studio. So here on the Visual Studio, we are going to understand how this implicit conversion happens from a lower data type to higher data type. I hope you remember when we were understanding about the data types. So there were multiple data types we have covered. We have covered byte, S byte, int, then uint, long, ulong, all these data types, right? So if I talk about the S byte, S byte, those are the lower data type. And in front of this S byte and the byte, integer and the long, all these are the higher data type. So if I define a particular value in S byte, and if we are converting that particular value to integer, it would be done automatically, because the range from S byte or byte is already covering under the range of integer. Or in another way, if I am declaring an integer value and if I want to assign that particular variable to a type of double, which is a higher data type than integer, okay, so it would not need any kind of conversion. So let's take an example. If I'm defining an integer value num equal to 72, okay, and there is another variable I am declaring double result, and here I am assigning this num variable. I am assigning this num variable to this double type of variable. So see here, it is accepting the value. We are not getting any kind of compile time error. But when we are going to print this value, if I'm going to print this value console.writeLine result, so you would see a conversion. What value we would get? We would get 72.0. It would convert that particular value into the double format. How we can define the double value? We would be having like this 72.0, and for the integer it would print just 72, because in integer there would not be any precision values, right? But in case of double, it would print the double precision floating points. Okay, so if I execute this particular program, you will see two different type of results. For integer it would be 72, and for double it would be 72.0. So see, if I execute this particular program and show you the output, so see here, it has printed 72 two times. So now you would say, okay, you were saying in case of integer it would print 72, and in case of double it would print 72.0. Why it is not printing 72.0? So that is because of there are some set of rules applicable to show the value for the float, double, and decimal. There are three ways to achieve this. What you can do is, first thing, you need to convert this value to string and put F1 here. It would format this particular value with the precisions. Okay, another way is like this. Okay, so that is how also it would print it. Another one is, what you can do is, you can put 2 string, and inside the brackets you can put 0.0. So that is how also it would print 42.0. So let's execute or rerun this particular program again and see what would be the output. So see here, so now we are getting 72.0. So here we are converting a lower data type to a higher data type where there is no need of the conversion. We are not converting anything here. We are just assigning this particular value to another higher data type variable. So let's take another example. So let's suppose we are defining a variable of pi, and the pi value is 3.14. Okay, and let's put f. So you remember that whenever we are going to declare a float data type variable, we need to postfix this f, right? And if we convert this float variable value to a double or decimal, what we can do is we can define double or large pi like this. And if we do pi, if we assign this particular variable value to another higher data type variable, so it would not need any kind of conversion. If I execute this particular program, you would see two values over there. So see here, in case of float it is printing 3.14, but in case of double it is printing with the precision values. Okay, so it is not requiring any kind of conversion, it is directly accepting it, because from the lower data type we are converting the value, or we are assigning the value to a higher data type. Now the question comes, if we have any kind of class, right? So how it can be done? So let's take an example. If we have a class, public class, animal class. Okay, we have defined this animal class, and we have another class, public class, let's suppose cat. So cat is an animal, right? So if we are inheriting this animal class into the cat class, there are two things we can do. So if I want to create an object of this particular animal class, what we can do is we can do this animal obj equal to new animal. This is pretty straightforward, right? Now this is the child class, this cat is the child class, and animal is the parent class. This is parent class and this is child class. This is parent class, right? This is a higher data type, higher data type, and this is a child class, this is a lower data type. So if I create an object of this particular cat class, cat obj equal to new cat, and if I assign this particular object to animal class, it would accept it. So let's suppose I am creating another object of this animal class, animal, and if I want to make use of this obj object, and if I'm assigning this obj object of this cat class to animal class, it would just accept it, because we are assigning a lower data type object to a higher data type. But at the same time, if I do like this, animal obj animal equal to new animal, and if I assign this animal object to a cat class, so see, it would not accept it. See what it is saying? It would give us a compile time error. What it is saying? Obj animal is not null here, cannot implicitly convert type animal to cat. An explicit conversion exists. Okay, so you need to do an explicit conversion. Implicit conversion would not happen here, because we are trying to convert the higher data type to a lower data type. So that is how you can achieve this using these classes also. Now we can understand what is explicit conversion. Explicit conversion is just opposite of it. Means if we want to convert the higher data type to a lower data type, at that time we would need some extra syntaxes to convert that particular value from higher data type to lower data type. So let's understand it by an example. We can make use of the same example. Earlier we created one integer value and converted it to double. Now we are creating a double variable, double number equal to 42.5. Okay, now I want to convert this double variable into an integer. So if I write int value, and if I assign this number here directly, so see what it would say. It would say cannot implicitly convert double to int, an explicit conversion exists. Okay, so to do the explicit conversion we need to typecast. Okay, so what is typecast? Before that particular variable which is being assigned to a lower data type, we need to put the typecast data type, means in which data type we want to convert this value. Here we want to convert this value into the integer data type, so we need to put int here. So see, now the error is gone. So this syntax is called typecasting. This entire process is called explicit conversion. We are explicitly converting a double variable value to integer data type value. In the same way, if this double variable value we need to convert into float, so what we can do is float value equal to number. So here again you would see the same type of compile time error. Here again we would require a typecasting. So here we need to put float over there. See, in case of object also, if there is an object obj equal to hello, and if we want to convert this particular object into a string, so what we can do is value equal to obj. Here again the same type of error would be there, and we need to typecast this to string. Okay, and if we use this classes, how we can achieve this using the classes? The same example, if I want to assign the value of animal class object to a dog or a cat class object, a higher data type class to a lower data type class, we would need an explicit conversion. Okay, so what we can do is cat equal to animal. So see here, explicit conversion exists. So using this typecasting, we would be able to convert this higher data type into a lower data type. And for the typecasting, what we need to do, whatever data types we require to convert. So here we require cat, right? Is cat. So see here, now error is gone. So this is called explicit conversion, where this typecasting is required. So there are some differences you can see, or some points you need to remember while doing the implicit conversion and the explicit conversion. In case of implicit conversion, it automatically performed by the compiler, but in case of explicit conversion, it requires some extra instructions by the programmer. So whoever is going to write the code for the explicit conversion, he or she need to put typecasting. Second one is implicit conversion is always safe. There is no risk of data loss. But in case of explicit conversion, there is a chances to data loss. How? See this example. In this case, we are having a double type of variable having value 42.5. And if we are assigning this particular value to an integer type, so it would just print 42. It would not print 0.5, right? So 0.5 would be a data loss to it. Okay. So if I print this console dot write line, and if I print int value here, and if I print the same thing here, double number, and if I execute this particular program, you would see in case of int it would be a data loss. It would just print 42. So see, in case of double it is printing 42.5, but in case of integer it is printing 42. So for 0.5 it is a data loss for us. So explicit conversion you need to do whenever you are very much sure what kind of data we are converting and what kind of data loss there would be. Okay. The third thing is, as I already told you, in case of implicit conversion, there is no special syntax is needed. But in case of explicit conversion, you need a typecasting. So this is all about implicit conversion and the explicit conversion. I hope this is clear to everyone. And guys, if you have any kind of doubt or any kind of question, you can do let me know into the comment box. I would be very much happy to answer all your queries. And guys, in the upcoming video, we are going to talk about the constant variables, ref variable, read-only variable with a practical example in C# language. And guys, if you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe it and turn on the notification so that you don't miss any kind of video from this particular channel. And you can like and share these videos to your colleagues and friends so that they don't miss any opportunities to learn the C# language and they can take the benefit from this particular series. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Thank you.